Jessie Transformation Strategies. Welcome to our Sunday upliftment. Thank you so much to all those who are watching today. Thank you for taking the time, the efforts, the energy to watch me today. God bless you. I hope you all had an amazing week. And all those who celebrated birthdays out there, happy birthday to you. To those who lost loved ones, deepest condolences. And those who have celebrated any type of events, congratulations. Right, so the reason why we always appreciate birthdays and celebrate events is because we need to be in a state of gratitude. Once you have that gratitude, it's very important because then you can actually attract more blessings. Okay, now today's topic is going to be so much related to everything that we face on a daily basis, and also it's for us as well to learn and understand more about depression and anxiety. Now, depression and anxiety has been the leading cause, the leading struggle for all of us for many years, and it's just been hidden and hidden. And some of you don't even know that you have anxiety and depression. So if you tick all of these boxes today, you will understand that, hey, I need to actually heal. It's time for healing. Right, so as an accredited neuro coach and life coach that I am, I'm going to help you guys, and I'm going to provide you some tips and healing as well. Today's topic is anxiety and depression, but we're going to look at the hidden truths of anxiety and depression, like what is anxiety and depression, which nobody tells you about. Okay, so before we move into that, let's read the Word of God. Today is going to be from Joshua 1 verses 9. I know we always read New Testaments, and I said, you know what, let's read the Old Testament today. Okay, so it says in Joshua 1 verses 9, "This is my command, says God. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." Okay, so be strong and courageous. Alright, don't be afraid or discouraged because God is with you. We thank God for His word. Just one small verse, but means so much, right? Because it actually shapes your mindset to understand that you don't need to be afraid, you don't need to be discouraged. That's all linked with anxiety and depression, as we all know, but you need to be strong and courageous. Okay, now anxiety, we're going to look at anxiety first. Now, anxiety is a normal emotional response to stress, okay? Now, stress happens. It comes in different forms. It comes even like when you like studying. It comes also when, let's say, when you also when you have kids, when you even get married, when you're in a relationship. Stress can be aggravated by just about anything. Even if you start a new job and it's the best job ever that you've been studying for and you finally got it, stress will be there, okay? But you need to understand that anxiety is something different. Anxiety is more like emotion response to stress, but it's also characterized by fear. It's characterized fear of the future events. So anxiety has more to do with the fear of the unknown, as we always discuss, okay? So it's normal if you reach a peak of anxiety, like, you know, you anxious for tomorrow's test, or you anxious for the interview for tomorrow, or you anxious for your first time that you're going to be married, or your first time you're going to be giving birth, or you're anxious to go to the doctors tomorrow, okay, or a blood test. Now, those are normal anxieties because you are human. You will have to feel that. If you don't have emotions, you're not human, okay? Be like AI, you know, like a robot. So because you are human, you will feel emotions. Now, anxiety comes actually when you have a constant worry, a constant thinking, and that actually leads to chronic anxiety, okay? Because your heart starts to race faster, you even have trouble speaking, you feel trembling, you feel your body is heated up, you feel even a rage of anger. You know, anxiety gets so bad that you actually can feel that force here of your anger just shooting up, right? And that fire feeling, okay? It's basically fight or flight or froze. That's basically it. That's how anxiety works, okay? Now, you need to understand there's different types of anxieties that you get. The first one is GAD, which is generalized anxiety disorder, okay? That's more to do like when things happen, you know, you're afraid, you like get frozen up, you don't know what to do, your reaction, you just don't know. But they do say it's generalized, but yeah, you do get a lot of symptoms there. because anxiety is anxiety, right? Then you get panic disorders, which is also very much linked to anxiety. That's like more panic attacks that just come up, like you go in for an event, you go in somewhere, and then you have this panic attack. But the panic attack is more like a shortness of breath, and you actually think that you're going to be having a heart attack, but it's more to do with your panic disorder. Okay. Then you get sad, which is called your social anxiety disorder. That's like, it's very hard for you to socialize even with normal people, friends, colleagues, family, because you just feel like, I don't know what they're gonna say, or you actually feel more trembling. People won't even notice that you actually had an anxiety attack, and we're all sitting together. And actually, from my years of experience, and even as I did coaching, when I look at people more, I actually I see more of how people think, how people, their features, how they display, like non-verbal communication tells me everything. So I see everything by just looking at somebody, and I thank God for that gift of discernment, because from there I'll be able to tell you that, hey, this person is anxious. Just lately, guys, like I was looking at a child and I could see that the child was anxious, like when they actually talk to their mother. And when I actually saw that, I could see like the child was very anxious, very scared, couldn't actually communicate. And sometimes, as mothers, we need to pause that button and see, how do we communicate to our children? All right, it's crucial that we communicate in a manner that actually helps them. Instead of forcing them to do things, let's try and see why they can't do those things. It could be something such as an anxiety, which you don't know what's happening in school, or you don't know what's happening on their phones. So it's important to just pause your button as a mom and just realize, you know what, let me just sit down with my child and find out what's going on before it's too late. Okay, so that's how it comes even with the social anxiety. That's why it's very common among kids. It's very common even among adults. Like, you don't want to even be around certain colleagues, and I don't blame you as well. If you've been through a lot of hurt, rejection, comparison, you don't want to socialize. But we want to break your ice for you to be confident, so that when you actually see those people, you have to mingle with these people, like you become so confident, you don't allow any crap to get in your way. Okay, then we also get phobia anxiety disorders, which is intense fear of objects and things to do. Okay, like climbing heights, you like literally so scared. You're in a high building, but you're just so scared to actually look down. Speaking of that, I just had a dream last night. I was in a high building, and I'm actually telling my mind, like, it's gonna be okay, because you guys know that I do have central nervous system, which is very high, but I am actually receiving treatment for that. Okay, because remember, from all the traumas that I received in my life, which was repeated and repeated, but yeah, so we put you on a very high alert, so you're just hyper vigilant to everything. So in my dream as well, because remember, your dream is linked to your conscious and subconscious mind. So I literally was like, am I gonna fall here? I'm on a high staircase, am I gonna fall? And in real life, I did actually go to a very high building. So that was like 2 or 3 days ago. But yeah, I think that was still stuck in my mind. But yeah, when phobia enters into you, you actually get so scared to actually do things. You see things are very risky, like even climbing up a stairs or going down the stairs, it becomes a phobia. It can also come from past experiences as well, but it's also come from past experiences that you don't let go, and it just stays and stays, because anxiety like sticks onto you because it knows you have that fear. Now remember that fear is a reverse gear of faith. That's basically it. So if you don't have full faith in yourself, you don't have faith in God, you don't have faith in your capabilities, it's going to put you in fear, which is a reverse gear. You're always going to be sitting in reverse gear. So your accelerator gear is going to be faith to move you. Okay, so let's look at the causes and the triggers. Now, life exposure, the traumas, everything that happened to you, that's what actually puts you in a place of anxiety. Individual personality traits, sometimes it's just you and you just fear. Okay, but you need to get out of that box. Okay, on my channel, guys, we try our best to get you out of that box. We definitely want you to be safely and smiling, okay, and not to have all these phobias for things, just to enjoy life a bit. Okay, And also another trigger and a cause is your brain chemistry. Basically, your neurotransmitters are not operating in the way that it should, and it has been affected. There's an imbalance. Okay, so that does happen, anxiety, because it's the way your brain has been altered, because the way you've been taught, the way things has happened to you. We look at treatment plan, we look at psychotherapy, which is CBT, which is an awesome therapy that you do. It's to rewire your brain into normal thinking. Remember that past traumas can wire your brain into thinking negative, and unfortunately past generation people, okay, certain families actually they tell you things, and this comparison things and all this information that they tell you. So basically what happens is that sticks in your mind, it sticks in your brain, and that makes you. But that is why we break generational curses and we try to rewire your thinking. So CBT is an excellent psychotherapy. It's a brain therapy that basically says that I can't, that's how you are, and your CBT is I can. So that's what it basically means. So it's going to rewire the can't to I can. Okay, so that's how we do CBT. Okay, it's an excellent therapy, guys. Excellent. Then also we look at medications if you really need to and you're struggling on your own. There's no harm in saying that you need help. There's no shame in that. And yeah, to all the people who always shame other people, please, if you got nothing good to say, you know what to do, you just zip it up, because in the end of the day, people are struggling, and we as human beings, good human beings, we need to help people. Okay, we really need to. So yeah, medication, self-care, meditation, deep breathing, exercise, always tell you that it's crucial. Okay, then when you look at depression, I'm just going to quickly go over it fast, but for you to understand, depression is persistent sadness of things. You lose interest in things, the things that once was your hobbies, once was your favorite things, you don't feel anymore the same affection anymore. It's more to do with it's just that loss of interest is there because the anxiety creeped in, the feeling of hopelessness, the rejection, all just, it's just like piled up to you, so you don't have that feeling that I can make it. So depression is very, very serious. It's one of the serious mood disorders that needs to be sorted out. It can be genetics, it can be also imbalance of the neurotransmitters, basically imbalance of chemistry in your brain. Your hormones are actually, it's not working as properly. It does happen, but it leads so bad to major depressive disorders, which is quite serious. And then you even get bipolar depression, which also has like maniac disorders. You lash out at people, you lash out at loved ones, things like that. Then you get persistent depression. Now depression, guys, it actually comes from a lack of support. And I know, guys, most of us don't have support. We don't have support from our parents, our siblings, our families, our friends who we once knew. And each time when we look at that, it actually brings us more depressed. So I want you guys to let go of all those things. If people haven't supported you, it's okay. You don't need their support. Sometimes it's good that they haven't supported you. You know why? It's that energy. We don't know what type of spirits they carry. It can be a monitoring spirit, it can be jealousy, and after that you want people like that to help you. Now, there was a reason that God and the universe shut them out of your life. There's a reason why contacts have been shut off. It's because for you to learn to love yourself and to be independent. So it's very crucial, guys, that you look at this, okay? The support system, yes, we know not everybody was for you, but you need to understand that life goes on. Okay, so life goes on whether you like it or not, and God puts everybody in your life for a purpose and a reason. So right now I want you to look at what is causing your anxiety, what is causing your depression, and how are you taking it further. Alright, what strategies, what methods are you using in order to heal? Okay, you don't want to be caught up in anxiety and depression that's going to lead you into a hospital where you're going to actually need that type of care. All right, you can start now to actually make the difference. But if you're sitting in that position that you need to be in the hospital or you need some care like that, please do go. Please contact there's so many numbers out there, okay, that you can contact your nearest place or speak to somebody. It's very, very crucial. And remember, guys, I am your support system, so I'm here. I'm all ears to you guys. If you need a shoulder to cry on, or let's say you need help, whatever it is, guys, I'm here for you, okay? And the availability of somebody is so crucial in your life. And I know what it was, because when I didn't have that, it was extremely difficult. But that is why, guys, I am here for you. I'm going to support you all the way that I can. You just drop a comment, you let me know, because the channel will be upgrading soon. I will be doing private sessions with you guys, private coaching, and I'm just sorting all of those things out, and then we're going to move to the next step now. So if you guys need help specifically in an area that you don't feel comfortable to talk about, but you want to talk privately to me, you can. Okay, I'm going to be all eyes to you, all ears to you, to listen to you, to understand everything. I'm going to pray about your situation, going to help you, give you strategies, and yeah, make sure that you heal, because it's so important for you to heal. All right, so as we looked at hidden truths of anxiety and depression today, I hope you guys were blessed. I hope you guys learned a lot. Please do rewind the video, go back, go over all the strategies, go over all the tips. It's important. It's the major cause of today's issues is anxiety and depression. I also do appreciate for all those who are fasting and praying for whatever religion you are. You could be a Christian, Muslim, Hindu, Islam. I would really appreciate if you guys can actually add this prayer point to your prayer list, which is anxiety and depression, how to help, how to heal, and also for unemployment, because there's a high rate of unemployment, especially in South Africa, that's actually leading to anxiety and depression. We need to pray for our youths that they get employed in the correct manner, and that every spirit of bribe, corruption, and all that sort will just break off and cancel off, and people will get the jobs as they are qualified for. Okay, that's what we're praying, that's what we're asking of God, and we know that God will supply the need. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening to me. I hope the message has inspired you, blessed you. Please do watch Thursday. Every Thursday is a coaching session that I do, and every Sunday is upliftments. God bless. Have a fantastic week, and love you all. Stay tuned to JC.